Hello, everybody. Welcome to Boston by Night. As you wander along the road after coming out of the alleyway, meeting a few things, you end up wandering along to a small highway, or leading up to it anyway. Again, it's along the main roads. You can see the freeways, you can see everything. It's a quiet night. Almost the buzz and hum of electricity after the Elysium has almost vanished. But the air doesn't seem it for you, especially Alice. It seems to almost dance alive. Your mind almost seems to buzz with itself. You know you're doing a thing that's considered risky, but it's not that. It's something that just seems to be almost like electrical sparks seem to go off in the back of your head, almost with this weird pulsating adrenaline. Voices are rushing and almost getting excited with you. You eventually see the Toreador leaning against his bike, smoking a cigarette. Again, the rugged build, the beard, the long hair. You surprised compared to some of the Toreador you've seen. He's handsome, yes, but it's more rough for the wilds type ways. He looks over his shoulder and eventually sees you, letting out a small drag.
Oh yeah, she'll wave as she's coming up. And let's be honest, she probably gets mistaken at least one point by a random passerby as some drunk bitch because let's face it, she was dressed for Elysium and these shoes were not meant for walking. So sooner or later she said fuck it and tugged them off and has them like hooked from her fingers. And yeah, she's still pretty high on life. The Elysium went well. She got to slip out, go do her own thing. Had an interesting talk and a little bit too weird an alley. And yeah, nah, she'll give a good arm wave as she's coming up.
Lets out the cigarette, and he's out of the suit. Leather jacket, jeans, flat, that kind of flannel shirt, essentially.
Oh, I see. You got time to change.
I mean, one has to change if one in order to use motorbike. Can't very well drive around in no fancy smancy suit in my trip.
Hmm,
Then I
pencils
would
down.
never Then I
Fair.
would then I would never hear the end of it.
Uh, kind of taps her nose. I gotcha. Fair enough.
So you wish to come on a bike ride?
Yeah,
Why?
kind of looks at him. A little bit of a playful squint. Well, for one, I've never had a chance.
Hmm. And for two,
It looks really fucking fun.
just nods, gives just kind of measuring stares. He's like still smoking.
Then I imagine
Hmm.
the live wire is showing.
He's just watching you essentially, studying. I see. Well, you're in luck.
Besides, you sound crazy enough to make sure it's fun.
Do I? Gives a
Yeah?
little waggle waggle.
She's
I,
grinning. She's being impish.
did you have fun in the rest of the evening?
It was interesting.
For the first time, I imagine so.
Yep. Yep. You know, several social disasters narrowly avoided. Some bullshitting.
Well, that's good at least.
Yeah.
It's chuckles. Not going to tell me about it, or keeping things close to the chest like Ivy taught you?
I mean, I can't imagine which part of it you'd be especially interested in.
How did you feel wandering around in a place full of sharks and predators?
I mean, when you get a chance to rub elbows and watch and not actually have to worry about being in the center of the attention, it's pretty good.
How did you feel in the moment, though?
Uh, it was a little much, a little fast, but in the end, I guess I can't complain.
Not. I mean, first time I did, I just kind of stood there, introduced myself, and just, used that charm, I guess.
She like teasingly eyebrow waggles him. That charm, huh?
I mean, shrug. People want what they want, and I want what I want. It's how it is.
Suppose. No, met a lot of people. I might remember most of their names. Gonna have to suck up to the gang role real hard for the rest of my life.
I heard about that.
See, I didn't even have to tell you.
Well, you didn't do anything wrong.
No, but oh god. I really hope he doesn't like go home and download Pocahontas or something. I'll die.
Chuckles. He'll straighten himself out. Or he'll get the shit kicked out of him.
Hoping on the
Shrugs.
former.
Absentmindedly. Hey. Hmm.
Oh,
I also heard you met one of my brothers. Takes a drag of a cigarette.
you have a lot of them.
I do.
A lot of them.
The funniest thing is we're all actually very much like brothers in terms of the family dynamic, so shrugs.
Yeah, I definitely saw that obnoxious kid brother vibe given to Arthur.
Arthur's good. He's not too bad.
He's not.
He's a bit pumpy, but that's poets for you.
Yeah. What you gonna do?
He just shrugs. I also heard that you met you like crane his head as he's like near the end of it, the end of the cigarette. I also heard you met my other brother.
Which one?
Oh, you met Damien too.
Yep.
Damien is Damien. That's putting it simply.
So if you guys are like brothers, and she's gotten, fairly close, finally reaches out and like just kind of lays a hand on the seat of the bike because, ooh, does that make you the black sheep?
The black sheep.
Well, everyone else being all sociable and primped up, getting all this attention, and you're out here riding your bike.
Was I not social? Eyebrow waggle.
Oh,
Or you
right
not
up
being
until old man chased you out of the room, which really steps in line with the black sheep theory I'm working here.
It's not that I am black sheep, it's that I have job. I have things. Sitting around calling everyone darling and calling all these things.
He snickers at the darling, I'm not gonna lie.
He smirks, because he knows who you talk to. I wouldn't call myself black sheep, no. Our Primogen and my sire understand what I do, and they respect it.
Well, so much for that theory.
Well, when your Primogen is your mother, it's a bit easier to explain. A wink.
I suppose it is.
But black sheep, no. Consider more as voluntary staying on the outside.
I mean, I don't know if I could voluntarily stay on the outside. I might.
It's quite easy. You just stand there, interact a few times, and then leave. Get what you need to get in terms of who you need to talk to, what you need to do, and then leave.
I don't know. And she walks around and slips up super close, like obnoxious close. Goes, when everyone goes, oh, you're Ivy's child. Ooh. Like, makes a bit of a face and then gives him a bit of
Like
room again.
inhales in the cigarette. Hey, they reacted just as much when I said I was Caroline's. Udio Caroline Reed stands up and like even mocks the familiar swagger. He just shrug. He puts out the cigarette and puts that with his boot. It's easy. You just get what you need to get, and then, well, and you do what you need to do to chase everything else.
Yeah, but can't go disappointing mom.
Mom won't be disappointed. Ivy's a nice girl. Not everyone is cut out to be a harpy. Winks.
I mean, I'm not even really solid on the job description per se, but shrug.
You just sit slowly down on the bike, like fastening in it and all that. Hmm. Okay. Question. If
Hmm.
I offer you a helmet, would you wear it?
If you offer it to me, probably.
Really?
I
Stares.
assume if you offer it to me, it's because you plan to do something crazy enough I should be wearing a helmet.
Oh, is that what you assume I'm doing? Or it's out of courtesy?
Well, if you think I don't need one, don't bother.
Do you think you need one?
Are you gonna wear one?
No.
Then no.
I never wear a helmet.
Then why would you even have one?
Politeness. Not everybody. You know. Sometimes I have to drive people around. Not
Oh.
everyone can handle it. It's
She
called
kind of squints
courtesy.
at him like, handle it, like no scrunch.
It's
Like
called courtesy.
pshaw.
It's called courtesy. I'm polite.
Well, you are that. I'll give you that one.
Just nods and you hear vroom, vroom, you know what I mean? And it make like it rumbles like a fucking lion.
The eyes light up.
Well,
All
hold
right.
on.
She's like, all right, how do I get on this thing? Because she doesn't even know where the foot pegs are.
He just taps the back of her and climb on.
Okay. Yeah, once he's pointed out where the peg is to put her foot, she'll hitch the shoes back on because let's face it, it's probably easier to wear them than to try to carry them while riding.
He's not using a Harley. He's using a more sleeker bike. You can tell this is designed for. You're not sure what this is designed for, but it's definitely not one of the big fucking choppers with the handlebars. This looks sleeker and meaner looking.
I assume this is a bike where you lean forward instead of lean back.
Yeah.
Yup. So yeah, she, you know, slides the shoes back on, puts one on the foot peg, and hikes up her skirt because she's still in her dress and hitches a leg over. Zero fucks given.
Recommended you hold on.
Oh, wow. Recommendation accepted. And yeah, she doesn't seem to give a fuck. She'll lean forward and wrap
He
around him.
doesn't mind. You know, you can tell he's probably. You can tell he's used to this. Are you ready, Katie?
Here's the question. Is he warm? I can't remember.
Ice cold.
Damn.
Of ice on your hand.
Yeah, no. She'll deal with the chill. She leans forward and wraps her arms around him. If nothing
So,
else, it'll help with his balance.
are you ready
Oh god, I'm not. Do it.
for this dice pool? Because there's celerity involved.
How do you
So,
use celerity on a bike?
dexterity, because you're moving.
Oh my god.
Yeah, celerity is involved in drive rolls.
Oh god, that's terrifying.
Celerity. So the way I'm going to describe this for you is the bike roars into life. Alice, you're holding on. You feel confident. You've been in fast cars before. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
You take off. It's like your perception of sound, your perception of hearing almost vanishes. The speed you're going at is it is inhuman. You can't even hear anything initially. It's like your mind just suddenly is like, you know what I mean? As you zip through traffic, you know what I mean? Like, boom, 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 you know?
Not gonna lie, at least initially she's gonna give a whoop as this thing starts taking off before the fucking sound barrier hits.
I need you to roll me your willpower.
Oh god. This hurts my soul because I've ridden a bike. God,
Yeah,
what's my nature demeanor?
but not with celerity. You've not ridden the bike.
True. Could I have taken back some thrill seeker from that from voluntarily getting around scary people during the Elysium?
Sure.
Okay, good, because I need it. I have a pool that isn't balls. Still one.
So, as you're zipping around, he takes a sharp turn. I mean, you can tell you're going so fast, but he is very good.
All
Like
things,
you miss cars by inches. You know what I mean?
all things considered, at the speed he's going with a sharp turn, they're literally going damn near horizontal. You've got to lean into them
Yep.
bitches.
Mm-hmm.
My
He
God.
does. It's insane. Like, and the way like you hit you swear you thought you hit a car, but you didn't. You know what I mean? But when you go onto that horizontal turn, time seems to slow down. You know what I mean? It slows down slowly, and you feel something almost like that rising coldness on your hands. It's getting unbearable. But you're so locked in the motion, you can now see the particles of water on your hand. As time seems to slow down, you can hear even your own voices be going, starting to panic in your head, whispering at you, like you're gonna die, you're gonna die, you know what I mean? Everything just seems to panic as they almost seem to just drown out in this wash of just perfect stillness as you're turning. And eventually, it's almost like your brain short circuits itself, and you feel this chill go down your back as something is obviously right beside you, holding onto your hand, like it's something there on the corner of your shoulder. Like this malignant presence just seems to hang right on your shoulder, as if it's just gripping you slowly.
Oh God. Why would you do that? I'm not gonna lie, she's probably got like the death clamp going. Thankfully she's not like hella strong, but she's got the death clamp going on Alec, and probably, all things considered, it's faster than she can literally perceive it, has buried her face into his back, especially when she gets the impression in her peripheral that there is something there. She just buries her face. Doesn't want to see it.
Okay, another drive roll incoming.
Oh God.
Hold on. Oh. Oh.
I'm
Okay.
assuming those tens pop.
I'm gonna put this into perspective for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yep. Tens popped.
So you're like you look up and you're turning. Things seem to slow down though. You seem to be back in regular speed, almost like you're almost deafened by the roar of the engine. You know what I mean? As you've been kind of hearing this light hum in the back of your head, you're almost like wrapped back in, and you're like, "Whoa, that's the engine." You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
When you look up, you see a Mack truck coming right at you, like it's coming. In the distance, you can see it. He's switched lanes.
Oh boy.
Like he's vroom, 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 vroom. He's going right for it.
I know you don't really hold your breath when you're dead, but she does.
Do you say anything? Very important.
Um, I mean, she looks up and she sees it. He's fucking proven he knows exactly where he is. So now she just clenches.
Okay. Do you close your eyes at all?
You feel her duck her head down, like, especially once they are getting close. That, yeah, she'll duck her head and like
Roll me
hide
your
her
willpower.
face in his back.
Roll me your willpower defeat.
Why would you do this?
Because reasons. Good. Good thing you passed. Your mind doesn't obliterate itself. It doesn't go, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God. You can hear this. The beating of the heartbeat is it's almost like, you know what I mean?
Yep.
It's it's actually making you unnerved by how fast it's beating. You know what I mean? You can feel that little chill. You still feel this malignant presence, like almost clamp against your skin. It seems to tighten with you as you tighten. As Alec goes, you go closer and closer and closer, and this is where that roll came in. You feel literally as you go by, time seems to slow down again for you. It's almost as if like you can feel like the parts of the truck skimming right against your shoulder. Like you feel the
Oh,
bits of metal touch against you as you're just the slightest turn.
here's a question. I assume we get more than close enough that that thing blares on its horn. The guy's laying on his shit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
She
You,
probably looks up again when the
when
horn
you
wears off.
the horn sounds more like a fog in the distance, like it's like "Mrrr," and you look up. Do you look around? As time
She's
is seems
gonna
to just
look at
like
this fucking truck that, like, she could swear she could feel it touching her. Yeah.
you look up at the truck and you feel this malignant presence almost like reach something reaches out to you, like this kind of eerie shadow that kind of reaches out its hand as you're passing the truck, like it's reaching out towards you
From, like, what direction?
from your left hand side, the right where the truck is, just before you're about to turn away from it.
She will very possibly kind of. She'll actually detach an arm to slap this thing that she can feel away. Like, especially if she feels it, like, is convinced she can feel it touching her.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
She literally picks her hand up, like, unwraps it from around him and slaps the thing away. Like, probably giving a
as
bit of a yelp when it makes contact.
as you do though, and this is the eerie thing for you, Alice. When you reach the hand to slap it away, you feel your hand touch against the truck as you're skidding by. Just
She
whoosh.
she shorts out a little bit. Not gonna lie,
Like it
she
just
literally just reaches out and touches the
it's
fucking truck.
it's like in slow motion. Like vroom, you just touch against it.
Not gonna lie, she might, after initially like flicking against it, reach out and actually on purpose touch the truck.
Alec looks
Just
up
just to kind of
as
reaffirm that that really happened.
Alec looks over his shoulder at you. Like it's you weren't even aware that he could do that. Like how the fuck is he not gawking at the road? You know what I mean?
Yo,
He twists his head and stares. Do you do anything else? It's almost like you're moving in slow motion again. You're going so fast in your own mind. It's like you're moving slower.
you said the side of it's damp, right?
Yep.
She, once she reaches out and like tentatively touches it and realizes she can, she will actually put her hand on it like very carefully, because if she puts too much pressure, she's gonna fucking sandpaper her hand off. But she skims her fingers, and when he looks back, like, will turn a glance at him and probably has something between the most terrified and like in awe expression ever. And makes a passing attempt to like flick the dampness on her hand at him, not like in right in his eyeballs. That is not productive in any kind of way.
Okay.
It kind of flicks it at him like, holy shit. Just like this was even on my hands. That happened.
Okay. Okay. The stare he gives you, that is the most intense stare you have ever gotten off your life from anyone. It's not like it's not aggressive. You have nobody's ever looked like at you like that before. Those eyes, those blue like sky blue eyes they go deep. And he looks at this you as if in this moment of pure harmony of speed, motion, and sound, you are the most important thing in the world to him. That stare. Like Alice, like you're even kind of taken aback by it. It's fuck. Do you know what I mean?
It
One
is
glance.
just one more too intense thing that she cannot possibly process right now. She's still just kind of giddy because that just happened. And she's gonna need a second to process that stare beyond like kind of a shocked expression.
As well, you've triggered something, and he gets more dice for this.
Oh no.
Hmm. Tens explode, and he got a number of them. We're okay. Alice,
That's still 7 successes. What happened?
the bike goes up.
What do you mean up?
You're stretching out to touch your hand, almost as in slow motion. You feel him, the bike lift, like Alec lifts himself, and you feel that bike go up as
Is
you're
it
almost.
like a wheelie or did
Yeah,
he jump it?
he jumped it.
Oh my god.
He jumped it by literally. He went, "Vroom," and you're in the air, crossing over into another lane.
I mean, at this point, fear is kind of completely been overshadowed with,
Roll me your willpower.
yep, it's just giddy as shit.
I gotta worry about something else. I'm being giddy. How'd you do? Okay,
Did
cool.
pretty good.
Two successes. The beating is.
That is
You
probably
feel
not helping with her inability to process shit.
your mind is like, why is he looking at you? Why, you know what I mean? You feel like several thought processes go into your head. Like nobody looks at you like that before, and you then hear one thought in your head. And you're not sure. It's a voice you've never heard before, and you just hear, "Is he yours or mine?" As the bike just lands and you take off at terrifying speed.
The is the voice like in any way distinct besides the fact that it goes quiet except for that one very stark thought for a second?
It's female. It's watery. You're not sure. It's kind of jarring. You assume you've heard it before because it speaks in the same tonals as the others do. It's that thought.
It's just kind of weird that it stands out in a way where everything else went
Mm-hmm.
quiet for a second.
Pretty much.
That'll jar her pretty good too. Let's face it, like with that between that line happening and then like the jar of them hitting the ground, she probably clinches back on, at least for the moment, and try to process.
And you cut down a small, like, turn off, and the bike skids to this dramatic halt. You know what I mean? Like, it spins around. Like, he obviously controls the speed enough to, like, it pulls, like, several 360 turns before it eventually stops. And he turns and looks at you. How are you feeling?
Uh yes. Like she has like if she was alive, the adrenaline would be probably enough to make her fucking shake. So honestly, she's probably on the verge of shock between all the positive and negative shit that has hit her mentally over the process of this ride.
That damn stare. My God. Do you know what I mean? Now that you kind of collect your emotions, your mind is almost like it feels like someone has literally just opened up like a hole, and all this endorphin is running into your head. But that stare he's giving you, it's like the bike ride. It's intense.
I imagine she'll eventually have the presence of mind to like just smiling ear to ear, like doesn't know how else to react besides to smile. There's no other expression that works for the fact that her brain is on fucking overclock.
Stares at her. You like thrills, Alice?
There's like kind of a numb nod.
Turns very slowly in the bike and starts to lean forward, studying you.
I mean, she's half out of her head, but at least she looks happy.
Do you like? Do you want more?
She thinks about it for a second and it actually finally catches up just enough to kind of blink a few times and look at him properly again.
Again, it's like he wants to know everything about you. It's just a stare of like it's nobody's looked at you like that before in your life. Not even your boyfriend. It feels far more than that. It's like you are now in this moment the most important thing to him.
And let's face it, her hair has been wrecked. She doesn't know enough about biking to put it in a fucking ponytail or something ahead of time, so she, like, kind of reaches up, pulling some of it out of her face, still kind of giddy, shocked grin, and nods. Yeah, fuck it. Do it again.
Why? Why do you want more? Why do you
Felt
like it?
good.
Just because it feels good?
She kind of lolls back a bit finally and reaches up and kind of like just rubs at her head. I've never done anything like that before.
He reached with his hand towards your hand, almost like he's touching it. You do feel the slight chill in his hand. Like you feel the residue of ice on yours.
Yeah, he can take it, and in fact, between the chill on his alerting him to the chill on hers, she kind of looks at it like, oh shit, that happened.
He just twists his head and studies it.
She's obviously still catching up. Like I said, she's only just now looking at her hand and going, oh.
Curious thing. To chase a thrill is to chase everything. Is that what you want? Everything.
I mean, why not go for broke?
Is that your real reason? Or is that what you want to tell me?
She kind of, let's face it, she's probably still doped out of all the chemicals rushing around in her head. She just kind of grins and goes, I don't even know.
What do you feel right now, then? Give me the honest opinion. Through your mind. Is it pulsing? What do you
Yeah.
want right now?
Oh my god, I feel like I'm going to explode.
Takes a breath. Yes. Bites his lip. Like you can feel he's shaking with adrenaline. Like you swear, both of you, for the first time, just because of the sheer volume of rush, you do feel alive. In a way.
Holy shit. Yeah, if they can actually still get the essential, like the adrenaline effect, even if it's because they spent to do it unconsciously, I don't even care.
I mean, that's what it feels like. Your mind almost feels like that. Your voices are going, like shouting at you, pulsating and screaming, but it feels more that you need more, you want more. Why does he know how to do this? Why does he know how to do that? But it just seems to it just seems to feed that. Like you have to get more, 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 more. But then that little thought comes into your head: is he yours or mine? Is that feeling yours or his?
She still just lolls back dazed, probably kind of belatedly starts like the adrenaline shakes. And is he still holding on to the hand?
Oh yeah, he's holding on to you.
Oh,
Not in any like I'm going to leap on you and that way. It's almost as if he lets you go, he doesn't know what to do. It's almost as if he's waiting to see how you respond. It's almost like every hand motion, every touch, every gesture, everything you do, you want it more. And he nods to himself, and he's almost waiting for you to tell him to start it again. It's almost right now. He's almost reactive to every motion you make.
no, especially as that distinct thought crops up again. She finally shakes her head as if, trying to clear it. It doesn't help, obviously, but it's still kind of a reflexive gesture, and she finally makes proper eye contact again. It's like, do it again.
Okay. Okay. Bites his lip and turns, and the car. Vroom, vroom, you know what I mean? As he begins to go down a dirt alleyway.
Yeah, and she hooks an arm around again, but doesn't latch on with the same kind of. She's not as unsure this time. She started to hopefully get at least a slight gist for the balance and whatnot. So she still hooks an arm around him, but she sits up a bit more. She pays more attention this time.
As you begin to go down this long dirt road, he takes off, and the speed, you begin to slow down. You begin to see the droplets of grass. Water splashes up, and it almost splashes right up along you. You can almost see the mirrored droplets come right at your face as they touch into your skin and almost pass through you. As you see, you're coming up to a jump right then and there, and it's a big fucking jump. Roll me your willpower.
Oh god. Oh, thank you for not becoming a bad trip.
Nice. So, you're coming up to that jump.
Mm-hmm.
The now malignant feeling that you got. It's telling you, jump. Jump. If you want to feel like his, jump with him. It almost seems to scream louder and louder, like a mass. I would do it, but people are asleep. It's almost like screeching in the back of your head. That watery voice.
I'm not gonna lie, she like instead of having the arms around, will be clinched onto either side of his coat,
Mm-hmm.
like probably right about hip level. Like is still held on tightly. And whatever it is he's doing, she will probably like mimic some of the motion, but
Do you
let's
do
be
anything?
fair.
Do you do anything specific, or do you say anything to him?
I mean, it's an obvious jump coming up. It's she probably just, you know, in the weirdest like this thing it may be malicious in the back of her head, but she's still amped to about 110.
It doesn't feel any malicious anymore. It feels
Oh,
actually more inviting. Like, yes, jump with him. Do it.
I
Jump with
imagine
him.
she just hollers to jump it like in pure glee. I mean, it's obviously something he's going to do already, but she still is like an excited kid.
Give me a charisma. Give me a charisma expression roll.
Oh boy. It's not a
Or
good
you can
pool.
do, yeah, you can spend willpower.
That will spend willpower. I don't give a fuck. Man, I gotta work on that pool. That's two. The willpower.
Okay, pass the first check. Roll this. Oh, Alice.
Hmm?
That voice gets louder and louder in your head. And it says jump and jump, and then the watery voice, almost like you feel it clamp on your back, but not in an aggressive way. It's like this ecstatic rush of pleasure that creeps all the way up your back and your spine, and it whispers right into your ear, as almost you feel yourself whispering right down into Alex's ear. You're almost subconsciously doing it. You don't know why, and you say, "Feel alive." Like it's whispering to your ear, and then you almost find yourself unconsciously whispering it into his ear.
I mean, fuck it. If that's the way it goes. She doesn't know why she's saying it, but she's gonna.
Yeah. So something's about to happen. I need you to roll a dex athletics check because this is about to get nuts.
Oh no.
For the love of God, spend
I'm
willpower.
spending on this one too because I don't want to fly. What?
You only need one success because of that roll. So just as long as you pass, you're good.
I'm still spending willpower. I don't want to die.
It's a drop.
It's with the willpower.
Yeah, you're good. You're in the air, and you're not expecting him to suddenly rev. So you're like, whoa, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And he shoots off and up into the air. It's not a huge jump, but it would do some damage if you fell off the bike. You know what I mean?
I mean, you say it's
And
not a huge jump, maybe for a bike, but there's still that weightlessness, and she is
mhm.
clenched, grabbing
It's the
onto the
volume
sides
of,
of the jacket.
it's the speed you're going at. You realize what would be the damage. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
At this point, like Gallus, you know, by the way Alec is going, like it's almost death level speed. Like
Absolutely.
as you fly into the air, Alec lifts his hands out in the air, reaching for yours behind his back, as you feel the bike beginning to turn midair
He's reaching back?
to touch your
Fuck.
hands.
Fuck yes.
As the bike front flips and flips and flips. It flips 3 times.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Like, roll me your willpower again.
Oh, God.
Difficulty 5. Because something happened. Yeah. Your mind keeps relatively sane. You know, the sheer volume of speed, weightlessness, the fact it can't think for itself, it ignores the overdrive. Instead, you just feel a rush of endorphins burst through you. As he touches your hand with that ice cold touch, it feels like liquid adrenaline is coursing to your veins as eventually you just hear the landing. The bike kind of ricochets a bit, but my God, do you... Whew. As he kind of wobbles it. No, roll a drive to see how well he keeps control. Yeah, no problem at all. He ricochets a bit and you kind of wobble a bit, but that only makes you more excited. The sheer thrill that you might actually crash. As he almost just skids the bike and muck flies up everywhere, covering you, covering him, as he skids it right into the grass. Perfectly.
She could not care less about the dirt or the dress right
Like
now.
you kind of both land, like he skids and he kind of drops off the bike, so you fall and he falls, and eventually you just land beside each other, perfectly safe.
She is probably laughing hysterically. Because holy shit, they just survived that.
And do you look over at Alec at all?
Yeah, hell, if he still had a hand on hers,
Oh
she'll
yeah,
even be
like
latched onto it.
he rolls over and is looking right into your eyes
Yeah,
with that same
she's.
damn fucking stare.
Well, at the very least, man, this is as alive as she's ever gonna look. And she's usually pretty convincing as it is.
Do you say anything?
Once she manages to stop laughing, because holy fuck, she is gonna turn that bright, like that brilliant expression on him. Just be like, I don't think I was that alive even when I was alive. Just
Reaches out and touches her face softly. You feel a little icy cold touch on your cheek. It's almost like this rush of calm but adrenaline. You were always alive. You just never realized it.
Is this what it's supposed to feel like?
This is what it always felt like. It's just your own mind sometimes can't comprehend it. This is life.
It sure as hell can't comprehend this.
Stare. Like, he's looking right at you now. Almost like, again, he hasn't removed your hand from his face. It's almost like if he does, the magic is gone. You know, in his mind, he has to look at you.
Yeah, she just looks like someone who's trying to cope with an adrenaline and endorphin rush at the same time. It's fine. She's so high on her own fucking brain chemicals right now. So high.
I need to see you again.
Uh, okay. Holy shit. Did we just
Stare.
survive that?
We did. We did more than survive it.
Yeah? Holy shit. That was amazing. Yeah, we have to do this again. I don't think I can live without doing this again.
Do you want to feel that every night? If you could.
Fuck yes.
Why?
How could you not? She like looks down at
Okay.
her arms, like searching for goosebumps type thing. Like there's
This is what happens when you have this level dice for your self-control. Keeps himself barely composed. Do you look at him at all?
I mean, yeah, she like glances down at her arms. She keeps looking over at him though. It's only polite to keep eye contact, right?
His body is almost like shaking and vibrating. He has to know who. Like it's strange. If he doesn't, like, even get a touch of your hand, it's almost like he's about to literally convulse. He's brimming with adrenaline, and it's not like, oh god, I want to jump on you and whatever. It's no, I just need to look at you and see you and talk to you and feel you.
I mean, she does not know about that shit, so she admittedly has no idea what she's wrought. But she does reach over, especially with him like just fucking vibrating in place. Like, will reach out and like put a hand on his cheek, like just yeah, just reaches out, like strokes the hand up his cheek, ruffles his he's got like the beard and scruff going on.
Okay.
It's again like the wow, that happened and this is real.
I mean, so far we're doing good. We're doing good. 2 dice, he's getting tens and nines. When you touch him, and how softly do you do it? This is very important. Very important.
I mean, she doesn't know him that well. I imagine it is very softly.
Good. I gotta make it again.
Oh, God.
Okay. His his eyes bulge, almost, but not in like it's soft. When you run your hands through his beard, his cold skin. Again, to all the adrenaline, feels like, yes. When you're too hot, you dip your hands in cool water. His head twists towards you, he doesn't move to kiss you or anything, but it's almost like he moves in and it's this oddly intimate, but no, obviously like intimate gestures such as kissing or like rampant making out. No, it's something else. It's like he intertwines his hands with the oars and he just oddly moves in. It's kind of weird. It's like this is all I want, just to feel you, to
Not
feel
gonna
alive.
lie, if it's that, if the response, like especially chemically between the adrenaline and everything to touching him and it being cold, is that good, she'll get that
Yes,
much closer.
yeah.
She'll like
It's
roll right into him.
and again he's not like kissing you. He's not doing any of that. It's touches, face touches. It's almost as if in this moment where I could have died. This is the way you get. I'll give you this empathy role because you're looking right into his eyes. I feel alive, and I feel alive with you. And all I want to do is just touch your hand and feel that life with me. It he can't speak. It almost like his body is speaking for him.
She will actually roll in until she's like right practically nose to nose. Will actually very much so reach out, steal her hand back long enough just to put a hand on either of his cheeks and pull his head down so she can kind of touch brows, because
Mm-hmm.
if touching him with her hands feels that good.
Oh yeah, like he's and then he looks at you very softly. Again, it's you can see why people consider Alec handsome or kind of this. It's a lovely stare, but it's so much more than that. It's like he's looking at you for the first time.
I mean, she still can't stop grinning. It's toothy. It's very possible that with all the fucking like imminent threat on their life, the fangs like dropped at some point, but she's still just grinning. And yeah, she will actually lay there for a second, just straight brow to brow with him because it's refreshing as hell.
Stay with me tonight.
What?
Stay in my place.
We can do that?
I don't mind. I can drop you back to Ivy's, but it's better I drop you back to Ivy's, but you look down all embarrassed. I just feel alive.
Then she, pulls back her head enough to like actually be able to see him in focus, but probably still keeps like with the thumbs like stroking the top bit of the beard, like idly just kind of playing with it because it's there and it's a texture.
Mm-hmm.
She chews on her lip for a second. Oh, fuck it, let's do it.
You sure?
Yeah.
I just want to know you. That's all.
I don't know that one night makes for knowing a person.
I mean, I can drop you back to Ivy's, but promise me you'll see me again.
You think I turn that down ever?
Not even just for the adrenaline. Come see me. I don't just bike ride.
I mean, if it's as good as this, whatever you do.
I just try to live.
Oh, fuck it. I'll stay. I haven't spent a single night out. Not once.
Okay, I'm gonna roll his self-control again, because Alec is a good boy. Ish, not really. He passes. He reaches down and plants the lightest peck on your cheek. It's the first time he's ever made a gesture like that, and it's soft. Stay with Ivy tonight. But promise me you're coming to see me in the next few days.
Fuck, I'll come see you tomorrow night.
Okay? You promise?
Yeah.
I'll be waiting.
Yeah.
And you can roll a PD on that statement.
Oh, God.
You can spin willpower, Katie, because you're gonna get it back. I can tell you now.
Yeah, I am. It's all come back. Fuck it. Not that I needed it.
he
Tell
means
me about your
every
mother.
he means every single word of what he's saying. Again, before it's not like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get the booty. No, it's more than that. He wants to know you. He wants to find out everything about you from your middle name to your favorite food to where you grew up to just being alive and sharing in these moments of adrenaline. Everything he feels. It's like, I just want to know who you are. And it's so genuine and so refreshingly honest. That's all that oozes off him, this refreshing honesty about it. He's not hiding it. This isn't some subservient like garnered attempt or anything. This is just raw honesty and raw adrenaline.
And as much as she's still thrilled, she finally deflates a little bit, lays back, properly down, though still like right up alongside him, still making skin on skin contact somewhere just because it feels really fucking good. Yeah, I guess Ivy would kind of lose her shit.
Doesn't mean though you can't not come see me.
Hell no, it doesn't. We're doing this again.
We're doing more than just bike riding.
What else?
You'll see.
See.
You haven't fed afterwards yet. Wigs.
Awkward intensifies.
What I do, you lean in, touch your skin again, that cold, smooth touch. I
Awkward
take
de-intensifies.
I take blood from someone, not through feeding. I go out in the fighting arena and I draw blood. Or I go and find the nearest thing I can just to make me feel more alive. It's not about feeding. I wouldn't call it feeding like we're drinking. It's feeding something else.
Oh.
We can drink from humans and do whatever. But we need to feed something far more deeper in us in order to feel alive again.
She's kind of numbly nodding, like that makes perfect sense because I don't know which way is up right now.
In that adrenaline filled moment, it's like, yeah, no, I mean, you did feel alive. Your beast even almost seems satisfied by that primal rush, you know? Your heart is thumping like it's never thumped before. There's no silence, you know? That beating in your head, it's like it's on fire.
Are all those voices still lingering? Because let's face it, she doesn't usually hear them.
It's like they slowly dissipated away into this numbing, warm feeling.
And that's when finally she can give more. Like, she lets out a breath that seems to let out, like, all the tension in her body. Once she realizes it's gone quiet up there, besides the hammering of the heart, which honestly, it wasn't that long ago she had one that hammered for real. Oh, she lets out this sigh of just incredible relief and satisfaction. Wow, got so loud
Hmm.
and then so very quiet.
Look over. In those moments before I jump, it gets so quiet.
Really?
Nods.
What about now?
It's quiet. And plus, I have someone I can share it with. And he gonna roll because he's a Toreador and you've entranced him. Well, the whole thing is entranced. Like, first it was the experience, then it was you, and then it was you again. So you've helped along in this fucking process.
I'm helping.
You're helping. He doesn't have the best dice. He's a decent dice pool for this role. I'm gonna put this a lower diff as well, considering all that's happening. One, two, three,
I
four.
mean, she's not in her right fucking brain.
And he'll turn. Gets this very soft look as he reaches and touches your face again. And being with the right person to share that with is all the more important.
Yeah. Come. And she does look over at him. How lonely would it be to do this by yourself?
Very. Looks down.
She bites her lip for a second. Well, I guess you don't have to worry about it anymore.
That's when the roll activates. It's the look he gives you when he looks up. It's hopeful and honest. Like it's that expression of really, you know? And that's when the app subterfuge hits. With fucking 3 successes.
I wouldn't miss it for anything.
And then I'll see you tomorrow night.
You better.
I'll be waiting.
And go having all the fun without me.
And I won't. Well, at least I got to actually have fun for a change.
Oh man, the brilliant smile.
You stand up very slowly, like
Yep.
lighting a cigarette.
I'm a fool about like that too. Fuck it.
Oh shit, what are you doing? Oh. Oh.
There's no way she's missing this. She's pretty in the zone right now.
I mean, roll it.
Spending
Whatever
a
you're rolling.
willpower. I don't give a shit. Got
What you
willpower for
roll?
days right now.
What
Same
you
thing
do?
you did.
Oh shit. So what are you doing? Or are you just adding that roll at the end of what you said?
Basically adding that, especially as, he looks up and she's like, you better not. And will even reach out as she says it. And again, like, slide, this time both hands up either cheek. Still very gently.
Head does like a head twist? Well then I'm going to know everything about you. Alice Brigham.
Hey, you remembered my last name. It's a good step.
I'm going to make sure I do. Person who can make me feel alive and each other alive. Even though we've just only met.
I mean, all I did was hang on.
All you did was let go with me.
Yeah. Guess so.
Good.
Gets all dreamy eyed again.
I better take you home. He looks up at the sky.
Oh, is it about that time?
Yeah, he's looking like, ooh.
She kind of looks up and almost looks like the sky has betrayed her. That is the look it gets.
He'll stand up, flex, and extend his hand very softly.
Yeah, she'll take it and take the hoist up. Kind of do the sweep down her body, like, that is clouds of dirt. That's fine.
He doesn't mind. He just climbs on his bike, completely covered in dirt, doesn't give no fuck. It's almost like he's proud of the fact that, yes, I did this. You know what I mean?
And yeah, she is right behind him and right back on the bike.
And you don't necessarily speed off. You move at a slower pace, you know. But again, you see the city, the lights, everything, and you stop. You eventually, I'm assuming you tell him where you're going.
Yeah, I'm trying to decide whether she has the presence of mind to be vague about where the house is.
Give me a willpower check.
Okay. Those have been going
We'll see
well.
if like, yeah, we'll see how you are.
Oh, Jesus.
You have the presence of mind, and you're completely obsessed with them. Yes, but you do remember in the back of your head guidelines, mate. You know what I mean?
So yeah, she kind of maybe gets halfway there because everything is wonderful, and then realizes, oh yeah. And so during the last bit of the directions, like much like she did with Romanov, has him drop her a block or two over.
He skids the bike to a halt, and people kind of look at you, and you're covered in dirt, and he doesn't care to seem to mind. You pull up, and he helps you off the bike and everything.
Yeah. She'll almost immediately pull the shoes back off because fuck those shoes.
Tomorrow,
And she will, you know what? If he's pulling her off the bike, she's like right up there in his personal space, anyways.
mm-hmm.
And so she will lift up onto her toes so that she can give him a peck on the cheek. Absolutely.
He pecks you on the lips.
Does he do the last second turn?
Yep.
Deceived.
Again, he's ice cold. But that's all right. You know what I mean?
But it feels so good right now.
And it's not like blah 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 blah. It's very soft, very intimate.
Yeah. She goes back down onto her feet properly, grinning like an idiot.
Tomorrow,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Right here. Points at the ground, like, we're right here.
nods. Well, it was a pleasure meeting you, Alice Brigham.
Glad I played hooky with you.
You'll look down. I'm glad I got to finally feel alive with you.
Oh, we're gonna do it again.
Good. You can text me if you like. He's wandering, almost looking back at you, you know, that awkward, like, you know, I know what I did. You know, it's that kind of, it's weird. It's teenagey. It's, you know what I mean? It's
Did
quirky.
she already
It's,
get his number?
yeah. You text him, sure.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, she's likewise kind of idiotically giddy. She just starts strutting down the sidewalk through the neighborhood, like, yeah. Though as soon as that thing starts up, she'll whoop around to look again.
He starts it up and looks at her, staring. And he'll mouth tomorrow.
And she'll nod enthusiastically.
He zooms off.
And she'll watch him go. And yeah, she just straight up giddy, like practically skipping, gets back to the house. And I don't care who has to answer the door. She's just fucking swans in and fuck her outfit and up to her room.
And as you leave, the camera pans out as Alec is driving. The malignant figure, the spectral figure, clings onto his shoulders, helping him feel alive that much more again and again. This is where the scene will end. to you, Katie.